877 the ticket.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Back Nine Golf in South Lincoln is the premier indoor golf experience in the state. The weather in the winter months is cold, windy, and as unpredictable as a tee shot on the 450-yard par 4. With top-of-the-line full-swing simulators and a PGA teaching professional, Back Nine Golf is there to help you improve your game and lower your score. Back Nine Golf is open to the public with 24/7 access for members. Learn about Back Nine's variety of memberships today and see the facility for yourself at 7501 South 15th Street in Lincoln, just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Back Nine Golf, your premier indoor golf and events destination.
Gentlemen, are you ready for something beyond the ordinary haircut? At Scissors and Scotch Lincoln, they blend your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. Sink into a comfy chair, unwind with a complimentary drink, and let their master barbers handle the rest. It's not just grooming, it's an experience. Whether you're prepping for a big meeting, needing to get cleaned up before family comes to town, or just need a little time to yourself, Scissors and Scotch Lincoln delivers sharp style every time. Book now at Scissors and Scotch in Lincoln, just south of 30th and Yankee Hill Road.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome into a presentation of high school girls state basketball on 93.7 The Ticket. Girls state basketball on The Ticket is presented by Union Bank and Trust, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Concordia University, Nest 529 Direct Plan, Peru State College, General Excavating, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Doane University, Play It Again Sports, Sunbelt Rentals, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Big Ten Sports Bar, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, and Jimmy John's. Now calling all the action, here is Nick Sainer.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena as we saw Dundee County Stratton survive earlier. The number one seed is able to prevail 37-36 over Loomis. We turn our attention to our second and final D2 game of the day, this time between Silver Lake and Archangels Catholic. The Mustangs of Silver Lake come in with an 18-5 record, while the defenders of Archangels Catholic have a 17-9 mark on the campaign. Nick Sainer alongside Jay Foreman joining us for another year of state basketball. Jay, we are back in our happy place where we get to park ourselves for the next 2 weeks, my friend. It's good to be back, my friend.
Yeah, it just becomes a part of life, and it seems just like yesterday. It was, we had a great girls tournament last year, and it's off to a good start this year. So excited for this game. Two young teams, and the great thing about when you have the first round is that they don't play each other. So it's going to be interesting who gets into the game early and who makes the most adjustments to try to win late.
It's interesting that you brought that up because, we saw in the first half of our first game, a team in Dundee County Stratton, 19 turnovers. For Loomis, it wasn't much better. They had 12 turnovers committed. that's nerves are going to happen here. We see that. We saw that in the first game. It's who can handle them better and maybe adjust from that point on.
It's nerves. It's the biggest court that they've probably been on or ever will be on. And so, you sometimes you turn the ball over and start to see things that naturally aren't there. But whoever makes the most adjustments generally come out and win these games, especially in the early rounds. This is the hardest game of the tournament. Of course, to win a championship is obviously very, very hard. But this one's hard because of the dynamics around the first game. Not a lot of familiarity with the teams or the coaching staff. And so now you're just trying to figure out the game. And sometimes you could get blown with turnovers early in the game, and it kind of hurts you late.
Let's get through some of the starters here. Archangels Catholic, the defenders, 17-9. They're led by head coach Brian Reichmuth, as well as, like I said, 17-9 on the campaign. And coming in another state tournament appearance. It is their second state tournament appearance in school history. Back-to-back appearances for the defenders of Archangels Catholic. Starting 5 for Coach Reichmuth. Number 4, a senior guard, Kaylee Jarris. Number 22, a sophomore guard, Eva Klassen. Number 30, a senior guard, Jada Krings. Number 32, a junior guard, Courtney Eisenman. And number 40, a 5'10" senior forward. The leading scorer on this team per game is Whitney Wegener, number 40 in blue. For the Silver Lake Mustangs, led by head coach Kate Sinzel, they're assisted by Kim Boniface. They have an 18-5 mark on the campaign. They started off the season with a loss to Red Cloud, but then rattled off about 10 wins in a row. They're starting 5 for Coach Kate Sinzel. Number 10, a senior guard, Sophie Schmidt. Number 5, a sophomore guard, 5'6", Libby Sochek. Number 20, a senior forward, McKenna Carr. Number 24, a senior guard, Camille Carr. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Mustangs of Silver Lake, a 5'7" senior forward, Kara Bartels.
Yeah, two good-looking teams here that are excited to be here, and it's going to be interesting if the size differential for our Archangels Catholic will pay off, right? Being 5'10" in this type of class is obviously an advantage. But I think when you have the twin sisters out there, Nick, we've seen it in the boys when we have some guys that are brothers and twins. They work well together, see if they can get started early. Obviously, Carr is their leading scorer, so look for her to get started early and often.
Archangels Catholic in their blue uniforms, Silver Lake in their home whites, is they got maroon letters and numbers outlined in their jerseys here. Archangels wins the tip, and we are underway in game 2 of the day. A mid-range jumper on the way for the defenders will not fall, but an offensive rebound, another try here. 3-point attempt on the way, this time no good, and off the front iron. It's heading our way. Another chance at a bucket for Archangels Catholic as the long rebound carried out to the perimeter. Here on the right side, it's the defenders, and Jada Krings with it. She passes right side to Ava Klassen. Now back to Krings left side to Eisenman. Eisenman missed the 3-point shot earlier. A tough turnaround jumper will not go. And finally, the Silver Lake Mustangs able to clear the glass, and they're pushing the pace. Across the timeline go the Mustangs on the right side. They'll slow it down now at the top of the key with number 15, Libby Sochek. Sochek passes right side to Camille Carr. Carr dribbles top of the key, hands it off to her teammate, Sophie Schmidt. Schmidt in the lane, gets tripped, and she is able to draw a foul. A little bit of a fast pace to this early stage of the game.
Well, the pace was set early and often with Archangels Catholic. 3 quick shots, and obviously they were able to get a couple offensive rebounds, but nothing into the point column. Then you look at Silver Lake, a little bit more slow, and got it to their second leading scorer in Schmidt. Now she's at the free throw line.
First free throw on the way, no good off back iron. And so we saw a team in Dundee County Stratton earlier go 6 of 18 from the free throw line in that game. It did not come back to bite them as they won by 1, but this time both free throws no good for Silver Lake and Sophie Schmidt. The glass is cleared by Archangels Catholic, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds on the dribble up the far sideline. It'll stay with the defenders. Sideline inbound here as they get it in. And holding the basketball, number 30, Jada Krings, the 5'6" senior guard. Now Wegerman gives it back to Krings. 3-point attempt, just a tad strong. It hits the back of the iron and the front of the iron. Rebound chased down in the perimeter, and it's finally hauled in by Silver Lake going the other way. A little bit of defensive pressure before Sophie Schmidt is able to bring it across the timeline. She passes left side, 3-point try on the way. No good. And rebound tipped, controlled by Silver Lake. And finally on the putback by number 20, McKenna Carr, we have our first points of the game. It's 2-0 Silver Lake.
Good job there by McKenna, chasing the ball, getting it up high off the glass, out of the reach of Archangel Catholic. Pesky defense there.
Yeah, a little bit of pesky defense continues here as Silver Lake was guarding the ball tightly all the way up the floor. Number 4, Kaylee Jarris had some struggles trying to get it across the timeline. It's a jump ball, and it will give the possession to Silver Lake, who leads it 2-0. Just about 2 minutes into this one here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you. Down low on the block, trying again, and another shot is good, this time by McKenna Carr again. She has 4 quick points, and with 6:08 to play in the first quarter, it's 4-0 Silver Lake.
You're seeing what Silver Lake is going to do. They're going to press on any make and try to run a full court 1-2-2 zone to slow down this high-powered offense, the Archangels Catholic. The one thing you see right here, the main ball handler is Schmidt, and they're always going to try to run it through Carr, and everybody else is just playing off of them. It's a pretty good offense, and they play at a different pace, so styles make fights. It's going to come down to free throws and turnovers.
Silver Lake, after another defender's three-point try was unsuccessful, they have the basketball. Inside-out game now to the right wing. Top of the key with it is number 15, Libby Socek. Passes it right side, now down low. It's McKenna Carr. Great pass, top of the key, wide open three-point try. Just a tad strong. And 3 defender players were there to corral the rebound. And here comes Archangels Catholic. Now on the left side with it, Jada Kring. She'll dribble to the top of the key. Gets met by Sophie Schmidt. Screen left, working now. Bounce passes it to Whitney Wegener, who has yet to attempt a shot. She has it down low on the block, backing down the smaller defender, and she is going to get a whistle, and a jump ball is called. Ball will stay on this end of the floor, though, with Archangels Catholic.
Yeah, you see what Silver Lake's going to do. Obviously, I feel like Whitney Wegener has a size advantage, and she looks like a pretty skilled player. They are immediately double-teaming the post, and so if I'm an Archangel Catholic offside player, I got to dive to the hoop and try to get easy shot.
Three-point try on the way will not fall for the Catholic defenders, but they get it back, and then an instant turnover on the pass across the floor, taken away. Sophie Schmidt in transition off the glass. It falls. An early 6-0 lead almost halfway through quarter number 1. Archangels Catholic trying to find some offense. They have the basketball. As to Jay's point earlier, they're going to start pressing now. They get somebody to beat the secondary off the glass, and it falls for number 30, Jada Krings. It's 6-2.
Really good job there by Archangels Catholic, just getting onto the scoreboard, being patient, then you go over top of the zone and be aggressive.
Yeah, another turnover this time from Silver Lake as they tried to push the pace a little too much down the lane. It's taken away by the defenders, and now Archangels Catholic with it on the right wing. Wegener in the lane, spin move off the glass high, and it falls.
That. Great move there. Saw the double team coming, spun away from it, up high off the glass with the left hand.
Sophie Schmidt, overhand pass now to number 15, Libby Socek. She hands it off to Schmidt, who dribbles it to the left side of the perimeter. She picks up her dribble, bounce pass across the side of the right wing to Socek, back to Schmidt at the top of the key. She works on Krings, out of control, shot will not go. Defensive rebound corralled by Archangels Catholic, and they trail 6-4. They have the basketball in a quick-moving first quarter of action, 3:51 to play in the opening period. Pass left side. Here it is with it. Ava Klassen, the sophomore, dribbles into the fingernail. Three-point try on the way. And that time it is good for September Babel.
Yeah, September Babel, really good job of being patient on that three after 2 or 3 passes. Easy shot there for her.
Risky pass across the floor is corralled by Sophie Schmidt for Silver Lake. Archangels Catholic trying to drive some defensive intensity into the offense of Silver Lake. A three-point attempt will not fall for the Mustangs of Silver Lake. And slowing things down is number 30, Jada Krings, the senior guard for Archangels Catholic, as they now lead 7-6. They're on a 7-0 spurt. Here comes Babel inside. That pass deflected. It goes out of bounds with 3:09. It will stay on this end of the floor with the Archangel Catholic defenders.
Yeah, Archangels Catholic is doing a really good job of keeping their pace. And just from the very beginning, they play at a very high pace. They're going to try to wear out this Silver Lake offense and defense here early in this game.
Another try from the perimeter from Babel does not go, and it will go out of bounds. It missed everything. And so Silver Lake gets the basketball back. 3:03 to play in the first quarter, 7-6 Archangels Catholic.
A little bit of full court press now, trying to really impose their will on Silver Lake here, trying to wear them out. And obviously, you know, it goes through Carr and Schmidt, so they're going to try to make them uncomfortable because nobody else on Silver Lake has decided to shoot the ball yet.
McKenna Carr, right side, that pass taken away as they were trying to get it to show Sophie Schmidt, and Archangels Catholic comes away with another turnover. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the opening period, 7-6. The defenders of Archangels Catholic on top by 1. Wegener down low, tried to get a post move. She got doubled, kicked out. The three-point try from the left wing. Nothing but net for number 22, Eva Klassen.
Yeah, big shot there. keep that defense honest. The more they try to double team on the center, they're going to get wide open threes, and they're starting to cash in now.
Sophie Schmidt with the basketball, spin move at the logo. She drives center of the lane off the glass. It does not go, not enough juice on it. She had a really good look on it after she made a couple of defenders miss and split the double, but was unable to connect on the layup. So here comes Archangels Catholic. Top of the key, it's Krings. Krings working on Schmidt. She drives contested floater, will not go off the glass and off the side of the rim, and Sophie Schmidt collects the miss.
You know, after fast start by Silver Lake, they kind of went dry here as far as in the offense and in execution. Archangels is really, really starting to – I think they went on a 10-0 run here, so they're really, really starting to heat up offensively.
Three-point try on the way will not go for Camille Carr. Rebound being fought for, and a player from each team has their mitts on it. Possession arrow after the jump ball will keep it with Silver Lake. And to your point, Jay, Archangels Catholic on a 10-0 run after Silver Lake led 6-0 at one point. It's 10-6 Archangels Catholic as Silver Lake will inbound it underneath their own bucket. From a baseline inbound. Now inside, or rather, to the top. Right side, Sophie Schmidt for three. Will not go. And an offensive rebound corralled. Put back, McKenna Carr. McKenna Carr has 6 of the 8 points for Silver Lake after that putback. They trail 10-8. Archangels Catholic lost the basketball. McKenna Carr is going to be fouled as a frustration foul was called on number 24 for Archangels Catholic, Scarlett Kessler.
The one thing that Archangel Catholic is doing against this 1-2-2 or 1-2-2 press from Silver Lake on makes is they're just being patient. And once they almost get to half court, they're trying to go over the top and be really, really aggressive. They got sped up right there, and Silver Lake did a really good job hitting it back to Carr, cashing in for 2 points. Let's see what they do offensively. They're going to need a third person to try to shoot the ball to loosen up this defense of Catholic.
It is 10-8. Sophie Schmidt bounces it right side. 3-point try. McKenna Carr. It's off the side of the rim. No good. And going the other way, here comes Archangels Catholic. Hesitating and getting bumped was the ball handler, Kaylee Jarris, the senior, and a body foul called against the Silver Lake Mustangs.
Yeah, that was probably a little bit of a frustration foul there, maybe a calculated senior move right there, foul. Give yourself a little bit of rest there by McKenna Carr. Good move there, or good foul there. Trying to recover because they have to double team the post, so it doesn't matter who's in there. If you look at their defense, it's essentially one person playing a robber defense against the post.
Great backdoor cut there by number 22, Eva Klassen, the sophomore, able to cut backdoor along that baseline and get the easy two. It's now 12-8 in favor of Archangels Catholic. Here on the right side, Carr down low on the block, looking for help. She's doubled now. Turns around, contested jumper, will not fall. And the rebound is cleared by Jarris of the Archangels Catholic defenders, who lead at 12-8, despite the scoreboard saying 10-8 right now. Here on the top of the key with it is Scarlett Kessler, the freshman. Kessler dribbles right side, hands it off. 3-point try on the way. It hits front iron. It bounces off. No good. Defensive rebound corralled for Silver Lake. McKenna Carr going across the timeline. Carr crosses over in the lane, cutting through traffic off the glass, and it's good.
That's what Silver Lake's going to have to do, push the pace a little bit and try to beat the defense down the court to try to get easy shots. They're not going to get a lot of second chance opportunities on the offensive rebound, and they have to really concentrate on defensive rebounds and pushing the pace, whether off a make or miss, to try to really slow down this Archangel Catholic offense in the first quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter. Your score 12-10. The scoreboard says 10-10, but they went on a 10-0 run, and then that layup by Scarlett Kessler was good to make it 12-10. Archangels Catholic leads by 2 as we go into the second quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sanders alongside Jay Foreman with you as we start the second quarter of play. 12-10, Archangels Catholic on top by 2. On the left side, Sophie Schmidt for Silver Lake as they trail by a pair. Passing it right side. Here's Socek. Socek, fadeaway jumper, gets it to rattle home. Nice shot by Libby Socek.
That is huge by Libby coming off the bench and coming right and starting the second quarter, getting the shot up because the only two people shot has been Carr and Schmidt so far.
Here's Wegener on the right elbow, backing down the defender. Turn around off the glass, it falls. Nice job by Whitney Wegener, 14-12.
Yeah, Whitney Wegener has a plethora of moves underneath, and she's been unstoppable once she's gotten the ball so far.
McKenna Carr gets it to Sophie Schmidt, who brings it across the timeline for Silver Lake. She spins at the right wing. Now gives it back to McKenna Carr. Carr with it on the right side. Freshly checked into the game. Kara Bartles, for Silver Lake. 3-point try, Sophie Schmidt. 15-14, Silver Lake on top by 1 as they extend that defensive pressure after their make.
Yeah, they're starting to heat up offensively, both teams, but Silver Lake is starting to push the pace up and down the court and trying to slow down this defense to be able to adjust to them. So when you think about Archangels Catholic, they're going to run everything through Whitney Wegener, and then they're going to work inside out by trying to shoot the threes. So Silver Lake has to push this pace on offense and defense in order to win this game.
McKenna Carr whistled for a little bit of a hand check foul. Seemed frustrated about that one. That was her second, so that forces her to sit down for a while. With 6:44 to go in the second quarter. Archangels Catholic will inbound it into the backcourt as where it's controlled by Krings. Left side, it's Eisenman. Eisenman with it on the left wing. Telegraphed that pass. Sophie Schmidt read it like a book. Back the other way in transition. The layup is good. Sophie Schmidt makes it a 3-point lead for Silver Lake.
Yeah, the next 4 minutes are going to be huge for Silver Lake. You got your best player, McKenna Carr, probably taking a rest for 3 or 4 minutes, and Sophie Schmidt's going to have to step up. Who else on Silver Lake is going to step up as well?
6 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the second quarter here. Cross-court passing to the left side. It's Eisenman. Eisenman down low to Wegener. She splits 2 defenders, and she gets it to fall again.
That's Cash Money Records underneath the hoop, man. She's faking one way, seeing the nose of the defender going the opposite. She's really starting to heat up here in the second quarter.
Crossing the timeline here is Socek to Sophie Schmidt. Under 6 minutes to play until halftime. Top of the key. Working with it is Socek, right side to Rattles. Now Socek in the lane off the glass. Offense is starting to find the bottom of the bucket here at PBA.
Yeah, a little secondary cut, cross the face of the defender. Easy 2 points there for Silver Lake.
19-16, Silver Lake leads Archangels Catholic. 5:38 to play, first half, and now a turnover is forced by Silver Lake's defense as they tried to pass it across the timeline. It went and hit the boundary. Silver Lake basketball.
This is the first time we saw that extended pressure, that 1-2-2 full court press of Silver Lake to pay off, and they got Archangels Catholic sped up a little bit. And sometimes when you give up 2 back-to-back buckets, you think you need an answer right away. Big turnover there.
On the right side for Silver Lake, it's Sophie Schmidt. Schmidt with it, 5:25 to play in the second quarter. 22 seconds on the possession here. Pass left side taken away, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the defenders of Archangels Catholic as number 30, Jada Krings, got her mid on it. Yeah. But it'll stay with Silver Lake, 18 on the possession.
The guard play, and especially on the defensive end on both teams, is really, really good. And so when you're trying to pass from one slot to the other slot, those are the most dangerous passes against these two defenses.
Here, top of the key, Sophie Schmidt gives it now to Camille Carr. Camille back to Sophie. Sophie down low into Brooklyn Himmelberg. Himmelberg, turnaround jumper will not go. And it's back to a defensive rebound for Archangels Catholic. Running the show, it's Jarris. Jarris in the lane, lost the basketball, gets it back. Contested shot, somehow hits the rim. Offensive board, Wegener puts it up through contact. The shot does not go, but she's going to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Silver Lake is going to have to do team rebound, and that's in it. Forwards and guards and obviously center. Everybody's going to have to crash the boards to try to get Wegener off the offensive boards. That's why you see Archangel Catholic shoot so many threes or kind of a little bit wild twos, because they feel like they can get the offensive rebound with their 2 center advantage. It's not just Wegener. It's also Claire Klassen that came in, the sophomore that's 5'10" as well. They have 2 giants in this class of basketball that are paying dividends.
First free throw, no good. Second one on the way from Wegener. That one's in.
Pretty good shot. I mean, she's really impressive inside and on the offensive defensive end.
19-17, Silver Lake with the lead and the basketball. 4:42 to play in the second quarter. Nick Sander, Jay Foreman with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Entry pass down low. McKenna Carr gets fouled on the shot attempt, and McKenna Carr will go to the line to try to add to her total. She already has 8 points. If she hits these 2 free throws, she'll get into double figures still with over half the second quarter yet to play. Folks, your local experts in HVAC and plumbing in Lincoln, Omaha, and the surrounding areas. You know who that is. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. Schedule a service today at jhlincoln.com. The first free throw was no good for McKenna Carr, so it stays a 19-17 ball game. Second free throw coming up for Silver Lake as she fires away. That one is good. So 20-17, back to a 3-point Silver Lake Mustang advantage as the Archangels Catholic defenders get the inbound pass. September Babel gets to Wagoner. Wagoner dribbling directly in front of us. She gets doubled, looking for help, still looking. Now finds her safety net, and Jada Krings near the timeline. Krings with it with 4:18 to play in the second quarter with Archangels Catholic down by 3. Here on the perimeter, long 2 on the way. Off the glass, it will not fall. Sophie Schmidt skies high over Wagoner for the defensive rebound for Silver Lake. Back the other way we go to a trailing Himmelberg. Now left side to Camille Carr, to Socek. Socek into the right side to Sophie Schmidt. Driving baseline. Drives all the way across. Now left side, Camille Carr, 3-point look. It will not fall, and defensive rebound cleared by Wagoner.
You know, Silver Lake is going to be happy with that offensive possession. Obviously, they wanted the points, but we made the defense play move and got a really good shot.
Wide open mid-range jumper will not go. It missed everything by number 22, Eva Klassen, the sophomore. And so Silver Lake gets another stop. And on the right side here, Sophie Schmidt. She drives in the lane on Wagoner. Too strong on the layup. And Archangels Catholic trying to push the pace across the timeline. Both sides getting their fair share of cardio in here as they whistle and a foul is called, a blocking foul called on Libby Socek, as driving to the rim was number 30, Jada Krings, and she goes to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Socek was probably a half a step too slow to draw the charge, but what you're seeing with Archangels Catholic, off of a make or miss, if they get a chance, they are pushing that ball downtown because they know that Wagner can get an offensive rebound. So you're seeing the styles. Both of them are playing at their own pace. They're not sped up. They're not playing in a hurry. It's going to come down to what star player plays the best, the longest, and then who is the secondary player that plays a big role this morning.
3:23 to play, second quarter, and Archangels Catholic goes 1 for 2 at the line. 20-18, your score. Silver Lake out in front by 2, and they have the basketball. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play until halftime. McKenna Carr hands it off behind herself to Sophie Schmidt, who is immediately met by September Babel, the defender. Here on the right side in the near corner, it's Camille Carr. Camille Carr picks up her dribble, looks for help, finds Himmelberg. Now passes left side, fires a rocket of a pass to Sophie Schmidt, who drives center of the lane, kicks out to Camille. Now Camille to Himmelberg, back to Camille Carr. Now in the lane, 6 on the possession. In the lane, McKenna Carr does not get the layup to go from the left side of the rim, and Wagoner clears the glass. That is Wagoner's 6th rebound of the day.
Wagoner, didn't get the block, but her presence caused Carr to miss that shot.
Entry pass into Wagoner is deflected. Good active hands defensively there by Himmelberg, and Silver Lake forces another turnover. Here's Sophie Schmidt. Right side, Camille Carr to Himmelberg. Now Sophie Schmidt with it near the logo. Right side, Camille Carr hands it off. Schmidt, 2:21 to play until half. Passing left side, Socek. Good close out there defensively. Now Schmidt tries a long 3, and she bangs it home.
If that was big 3, that would count for 4 points. Big shot there by Schmidt.
23-18 is the score here at Pinnacle Bank Arena with 2:03 to play in the second quarter. Lost ball, and it's going to be a timeout called by Archangels Catholic head coach Brian Reichmuth. And it's a full timeout, which means we'll step aside with them. 60 seconds, and we'll be right back here in the final 2 minutes of the second quarter on the ticket.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day in the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, The momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in alongside Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert here as Silver Lake leads Archangels Catholic 23-18 as the defenders had to call a timeout to avoid a 10-second violation. A lot of defensive intensity here for Silver Lake. 1:51 until half. Down by 5 is Archangels Catholic. Cross-court pass. Here's Krings. Krings stops. Big Ten logo jumper. No good. Rebound. Karam's out. Tipped around. Almost fell into our table. Now cross-court pass to the right side. Here is Archangels Catholic with another try as that pass deflected out of bounds. Last touch by number 44, Farrah Klassen of Archangels Catholic. It'll go to Silver Lake.
That was a huge play by Sophie Schmidt. She was guarding somebody at the top of the key, knew somebody was open underneath it. Extra effort. Knocked it off of Archangels Catholic offensive player. Big turnover there caused by Sophie Schmidt.
23-18, Silver Lake, back the other way we go. Himmelberg with it now. Brooklyn Himmelberg, the sophomore. A lot of young players playing some meaningful minutes here in this game. Himmelberg on the left wing, bounces it to Sophie Schmidt right at her shoe tops. Had to feed it off her shoelaces. Now a three-point try, Sophie Schmidt.
Wow.
She's 2 for 2.
It should be like 4 for 4, man. Those are beyond the arc. Look, Steph Curry range. Good shot there by Schmidt.
There's 2 lines obviously painted here at PBA. That was both of her threes have been behind the college line. How about this one? Trying to answer, misses it badly. Was Archangels Catholic. Jump ball will be the call with 59 seconds to go until half. 26-18. Jay, this game has been pretty competitive, fast-paced, but, man, you look up, Silver Lake has a chance to make it a double-digit ball game.
And it's a game of runs, right? You got to think Silver Lake started out 6-0, and then it's the 10 or 12-0 run by Archangels Catholic, and then now it's essentially a 20-6 run here by Silver Lake here in the first half.
26-18, your score. Top of the key, Schmidt. Schmidt working on Wegener. She gets bumped and a whistle called on Whitney Wegener, the senior forward.
Yeah, I mean, look at both of them. This has actually been a pretty clean game, right? It's a really good defense, very skilled guard play, well-coached teams. And so in order to really slow Wegener down, you got to make her play a little bit more harder on defense, try to wear her out late in the game.
On the left side, Sophie Schmidt. Now to Camille Carr. She'll try a wide-open three-point shot. It does not go. Defensive rebound, pushing the pace. Here comes Archangels Catholic. Here as they give it to Jarris right in front of us. Back to Jada Krings. Krings right side to Babel. September Babel working on it. Right side down to Wegener. Wegener turns to her right, and she is bumped and fouled. And Wegener's going to go to the line to shoot 2 shots again.
Wegener right there. She's really, really skilled, really good footwork. She gets the ball. She reads the initial defender, and then she goes opposite. And she gets the ball up really quick, and she's really efficient around the hoop and drew the foul there, I think, on Schmidt. So the more that they run the offense through her, the better. And then one thing we need to talk about, Nick, I don't know if we want to do it too early. Maybe we need to wait until Wegener finishes their second free throw. The most pivotal things that we've seen over the last, 3 years we've been doing this is what? Turnovers and free throws. Why is it so important? Because majority of teams have not played here. So the depth perception is a lot of times off. You see some teams shoot really, really bad from the free throw line, like you saw in the first game.
Yeah.
It could pay off for you if you hit free throws, but it also could work against you if you're not able to.
Wegener goes 1 for 2. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Silver Lake with the basketball. Top of the key, now left side with it. That's Kara Bartles. Bartles to Schmidt. Schmidt shot fake, hesitates. Jumper on the way, too short. Rebound, Karam's out to Camille. Sophie Schmidt, another try at a 3. High off the backboard. That was no good. But at the end of the first half, your score, Silver Lake 26, the Archangels Catholic Defenders 19. Real good first half of basketball here at Pinnacle Bank Arena in the 2026 Girls State Basketball Championships. We'll be right back in a few minutes with the halftime thoughts. Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology, on your side, by your side.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Your possibilities are endless at Doane University. Rooted in liberal arts, you can choose from undergraduate and graduate programs, all delivering real-world experience. At Doane University, we take a personal approach to education, giving you the guidance you need to own your future. It's not just our long history of innovative learning, it's the feeling of being surrounded by possibilities that makes us different. Now is your time. Apply today at doane.edu/apply.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu. Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill welcomes out-of-towners to Lincoln for state high school basketball and congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small-town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P. Parents deal with a lot of what-ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what-ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Well, welcome back in Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sander with you here, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Jay Foreman alongside as well as at the half, your score, Silver Lake, the Mustangs 26, the Archangels Catholic Defenders trail by 7. They have 19 at the break. A really good first half of basketball, especially after the turnover fest that we saw in game 1 this morning between Dundee County Stratton and Loomis. Number 1, Dundee County Stratton prevailed. They win by 1 over Loomis, the 8 seed. Loomis led for a large portion of that game until it mattered most. They were unable to close it out, and despite Dundee County Stratton shooting 6 of 18 from the free throw line earlier today, they still are able to win by 1, 37-36. I would go out and venture that we're going to see more points than 37 and 36 from these two teams, as at the half it's 26-19, and give credit to Silver Lake outscoring Archangels Catholic 16-7 in that second quarter of play to take that 7-point lead into the locker room. And the storyline, especially in that second quarter for the Silver Lake Mustangs, Sophie Schmidt. She's 3 for 5 from beyond the three-point line. She's hit a couple of very long-distance ones as well. And she's been really the main source of offense in addition to McKenna Carr. McKenna Carr got the scoring started for the Silver Lake Mustangs, but in the last couple of minutes and moments of that first half, it was a lot more Sophie Schmidt than it was anybody else for the Silver Lake Mustangs. Silver Lake, give them credit, only 2 turnovers in that first half, and very opposite of what, like I said, what we saw in the first half of our first game. A team had 19 turnovers in the first half in our early game. This time, just 2 in the first half for the Silver Lake Mustangs. For the Archangels Catholic defenders, pretty good first half of basketball as well. Whitney Wagoner leads the way in scoring for them, 8.6 rebounds for their senior forward. Also adding 5 is number 22, Eva Clausen. She has 5 points with 3 assists on her stat line. That'll do it for our halftime show. Your score at the break, once again, 26-19. Silver Lake is on top of Archangels Catholic. When we come back in 4 minutes of time, we will start the third quarter of play. Jay Foreman will join me yet again from Pinnacle Bank Arena as we put a bow and get ready to watch the final 2 quarters of our D2 coverage today from Pinnacle Bank Arena, as then we turn our attention for the last 4 games of the day on the Class A schedule. Lincoln North Star, the number 1 overall seed, they will play shortly after 1 p.m., and that game obviously can be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. We'll step aside, come back to Pinnacle Bank Arena in just a few short minutes here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Winning is about more than wanting it. It's about working for it. As Bulldogs, we see that hard work pay off every day in the classroom, in our faith, in competition. At Concordia, the momentum is building, and you can be a part of it. Join a winning team at Concordia University, Nebraska.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
State high school basketball coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena is proudly sponsored by Peru State College, Nebraska's first college helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. At Peru State College, you'll find affordable tuition, a close-knit community, and flexible programs designed to fit your goals. Whether you plan to compete in college athletics or get involved across campus, Peru State helps you reach your full potential in the classroom and beyond. Pursue your potential at Peru State College. Learn more about programs, scholarships, and book your campus visit at peru.edu. Attention, Nebraska sports fans. Are you ready to take your skills to the next level? The Army National Guard is looking for leaders who are dedicated, driven, and ready to make a difference. Join up and gain invaluable experience while serving your country with a flexible schedule, competitive benefits, and a chance to build a strong future. Learn more at nationalguard.com/Nebraska. Live here, serve here. The Nebraska Army National Guard. Guard the good life.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in. Time to start the second half of play. Your score at the break, 26-19 in favor of Silver Lake over Archangels Catholic. 7-point advantage for the Mustangs. It'll be defender basketball, though, as they start shooting to the basket to our right. Good inside-out game as the three-pointer on the way from the near corner is good for Kaylee Jarris. A nice job there as it's 26-21 and they marked it a 2.
Really good job there coming out of half with a little bit of adjustment, trying to loosen up the Silver Lake defense, kind of collapsing on Winninger there underneath the hoop. Big shot there.
On the right side, here's McKenna Carr. She had 9 points in that first half. McKenna Carr with the basketball, dribbles in just outside the elbow. Now worth it, Sophie Schmidt at the top of the key. Bounces it to Camille Carr. Risky pass and a bump and a foul is called as Sophie Schmidt had to climb the ladder for that to retrieve that pass. And the foul is going to be called on number 22, Eva Klassen.
Yeah, the first big adjustment that we've obviously seen, coming out of halftime, Archangels Catholic, Coach Reichmuth has decided to go to more of a 2-1-2 trap and letting Wegener kind of patrol the middle because Silver Lake doesn't have a big post player.
Here on the top of the key, almost getting into that timeline. Now Sophie Schmidt with it left side. A risky pass. It's too high for number 30, Kara Bartles, to grab. And it's going to be a turnover forced by the defenders.
All right, we're seeing a little bit of a momentum shift here in Archangels Catholic's favor, right? Big three, big defensive stop, defensive change, a coverage change. Trying to slow down the Silver Lake offense that got heated up probably about the middle of the second quarter on.
Courtney Eisenman down low. Wagner kicks it out. A 2-point bucket is good for number 30, Jada Krings. And Archangels Catholic pulls within 3, 26-23.
Yeah, big thing that you have to do is get people to hit outside shots so that they can't double your post. And it worked out like gangbusters the first 2 possessions.
Long 3-point try will not go. A body's on the floor as the ball is still loose. Saved. Now Sophie Schmidt tries for a 3. It's off back iron. Put back will not go. And finally, Wagner is able to clear the glass for the defender's defense.
Yeah, Wegener did a really good job there coming up off of that defensive rebound to slow down the pace of Silver Lake. Felt like they had a couple good looks. Now they're back on the defensive end.
Wegener mid-range jumper. 3 for 3 from mid-range jumpers for Archangels Catholic out of the half. And Silver Lake wants to talk things over. It's a 30-second timeout. What did you like about Archangels Catholic so far?
I like the adjustment on defense, but more importantly on offense. They still go through Wagner, but she's doing a really good job. Instead of getting into her offensive game, they're sinking the wing there to the corner, and they've hit 2 big shots in a row, and they came right back. Now Wagner has an open shot at the free throw line, so now she's showing her whole array of the game, right? She can work you out in the post, face-up game. For Silver Lake, they're in timeout trying to figure out what they're going to do. They need to probably change up their defensive coverage and really slow down this offense.
Guys, General Excavating is hiring for 50 individual positions across all departments in locations of Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne, Wyoming. Start your new career today at generalexcavating.com. All right, so out of the Silver Lake timeout, it'll be Mustangs basketball as Archangels Catholic has come out and seized momentum here in the opening moments. Now almost getting her pocket picked, now taking it away. Here comes Archangels Catholic up the floor, trying to lead Jarris. She throws up an ill-advised shot, but she's going to get another crack at it as she tracks down her miss. Now on the top of the key, Krings down low, Wegener backs down the defender, and Archangels Catholic has a 1-point lead.
Yeah, for Archangels Catholic, you make that adjustment at halftime. Coach Reichmuth did a really good job, 4 for 4 on each possession here in the second half.
Here's Sophie Schmidt on the left wing to Camille Carr in the near corner. Down low, pass taken away. Just jumped in the passing lane. Great job reading that by Wegener on the defensive side.
Yeah, she is dominant down there in the post on the offensive defensive end, and her play and her passing has really inspired this offense coming out in the second half.
Here's Krings to Wegener at the mid-range level, and now spin move in the lane. Wegener is on fire, once again it's 29-26.
Yeah, Nick, it looked like a little bit of a Keem Olajuwon dream shake, spin to the middle, drive right, spin back, finished with the left hand. Really good touch there by the senior.
On the left side, Schmidt able to find Socek. Socek can't get the mid-range jumper to go. It's saved from going out of bounds, but into the hands of Wegener for Archangels Catholic. As here come the defenders across the timeline. Jada Krings will slow it down at the direction of head coach Brian Reichmuth. On the right side, number 22, Ava Klassen with it. A risky pass inside, deflected. Archangels Catholic gets it back. That's going to be a traveling violation on Wegener.
Yeah, almost was going to go 6 for 6 as far as scoring in the possessions in the second half. So when you go into halftime down by 7, now you turn around, you're up by 3. It's not only the offensive efficiency, it's what they're doing on defense. You see Silver Lake had the pace from middle of the first quarter all the way through halftime. They sped them up, and it's not just playing fast. They have them playing in a hurry. This 1-1 or 1-1, 2-2 kind of half-court soft trap is really giving them a lot of problems.
29-26 your score as a ball is fought for and won by Archangels Catholic. Another turnover in transition, layup in the lane. It's good with the foul, and the Archangels Catholic defenders are in the midst of a 12-0 run, and they're going to the free throw line for an and one opportunity.
Yeah, they're still playing at a really high pace offensively, but defensively they're really cranking up their pressure. Now, what you're seeing, Nick, as far as Archangel Catholic, they maybe have decided to go this to slow them down, but it actually is allowing them to play faster and more efficient on offense. So how you handle halftime in these big games it probably maybe be the difference in winning or losing. So now they have a 5-point lead, trying to extend it to 6. Offensively, they're still working through Wegener, but she started off the first half or the second half, 2 straight passes out of the post, paid off. Now she's underneath, really going to work again on the offensive end.
I mentioned in the halftime show, Silver Lake Mustangs only 2 turnovers committed in that entire first half. Archangels Catholic has turned up the defensive intensity and forced already a couple more here in the first 3 minutes and 44 seconds of the third quarter. And Archangels Catholic has so far, after trailing 26-19 at the break, they've come out and they're in the midst, as I said, a 12-0 run with one more free throw coming up. Peru State College is proud to sponsor State Hoops coverage from Pinnacle Bank Arena. As Nebraska's first college, Peru State College is helping students excel on and off the court for more than 150 years. You can learn more about Peru State College's programs and book your campus visit at peru.edu. 31-26 your score, 4:16 to play in the third quarter. Eva Klassen at the line to shoot one more to try to give Archangels Catholic the 6-point advantage. Free throw on the way. High arcing, barely grazed the front rim, and Sophie Schmidt tracks down the miss.
Yeah, a little bit of a break there for Silver Lake with a missed free throw. Now they got to get back into their offense.
Right side three-point try does not go. Long rebound tipped around. Watch out as the body flies into the table. Now Sophie Schmidt with it. Silver Lake with another crack at on offense until the pocket of Socek is picked by Krings. In transition, there's Krings. She smokes the layup. Offensive rebound. Putback try is no good, but a foul called on the shot attempt. And Kaylee Jarris will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Silver Lake hasn't quite figured out this 1-2-2 kind of almost a matchup zone just yet. I think that they were working through Carr in the first half, right? And then they had Schmidt really hitting some deep threes. But the one thing they have to do is get a little bit more motion, right? More touches and try to find a hole, because the more that you can get Wegener out of the lane and not patrolling the lane, they'll be able to get some easy shots and some layups. Look, there's plenty of time left, right? There's about almost 12 minutes left in this game. It's not time to panic. and think you need to start shooting threes to try to get back into this game.
It is 33-26. It's a 14-0 run to start the third quarter in favor of Archangels Catholic. Now on the left side, here I believe is Carr, and she dribbled it off her foot. It's out of bounds. The double team was all up in the grill of Camille Carr, and it forces another turnover.
So right now you're seeing this zone is actually, we had 2 turnovers by Silver Lake in the first half. Now you have 4 already in the first 4 minutes.
Here, top of the key, Krings into the near corner. Long 2 on the way. Jarvis.
Wow.
Man, Archangels Catholic is coming out firing in the third quarter. They lead now by 9. Here on the right side, Sophie Schmidt trying to do it herself. Splits the double team, and there's going to be a blocking foul called. I believe they're going to get Krings for this one. It will be on Jada Krings.
Yeah, down by 9. You like it when Sophie Schmidt decided to try to take it into her own hands, trying to get it into the lane, 2 feet in the lane, make a decision. Really good job by her.
Pass to the top. Socek, they need this 3. It goes off back iron. Still, no points scored for Silver Lake here in the third quarter. It's 35-26. On the right side, pass over the head of the intended receiver, September Babel, and it will be Silver Lake basketball. Maybe that can provide a spark, getting a stop and a turnover on defense.
These games are, games of runs and how much you can withstand it. And obviously, Archangels Catholic came out, and they are on a heater right now.
Cross-court pass taken away, another turnover. Going the other way, we go with Eva Klassen. She slows it down to Krings, down low. Wegener, great passing by Archangels Catholic.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Really good job there, dumping in there to Wegener. Another 2 points there for Catholic.
It's an 11-point lead for Archangels Catholic as Silver Lake looking for answers in their first points here in the third quarter. It's 37-26 with 2:37 to play. Down low, Camille Carr in the lane, layup good.
That's what you need. You just need 2 points. See the ball go through the hoop. Good job there by Carr. Finishing through contact for the two-point basket.
Krings picks up her dribble, and now that one's going to be deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Archangels Catholic. But now, one thing to note, they only have 3 seconds, I believe, to get it. No, excuse me, fresh 10 seconds.
Yeah. Well, now you're seeing right now on a make or a dead ball, you see in Silver Lake now being able to create some more pace for them. See if it pays off for them as it paid off for Catholic here in the second half.
Pass down the floor to Jarvis. Jarvis, great find. The layup is no good on the attempt by Klassen, and Klassen misses the layup. Going the other way, here comes McKenna Carr. McKenna Carr trying to drive baseline on Krings. Beats her defender, and her shot is blocked, but they're going to say she got her with the body. And it will be a 2 free throw opportunity coming up for McKenna Carr.
The last 3 possessions, I like it for Silver Lake, trying to slow the game down. What do? Try to get it to your 2 best players, Schmidt and Carr. Try to get the ball to the hoop. Try to get some fouls. Now you got 2 points by the younger Carr. Now you have the older Carr at the free throw line trying to get 2 more.
First free throw for McKenna Carr is no good. Silver Lake is 1 for 5 at the charity stripe today.
Yeah, and those are huge in these games. Obviously, when you're up, you don't really look at the differential, but when you're down, you need to come back. You want to have the confidence that you can knock into that lead without the play clock going.
Second one on the way. It's also no good. Same exact result on the miss off the back iron, just a tad strong. 2 minutes to play in the third quarter, 37-28. Krings spin moves on Sophie Schmidt, does it again. At the top of the key, to the right side, it's Klassen. Klassen looks out, gets it to Jarvis. Jarvis thought about the 3 on Himmelberg. Instead, decided to pick up her dribble. Looking for help, finds number 24, Scarlett Kessler. Kessler with it in the near corner, top of the key. Krings, 3-point try on the way. 40-28 is your score. 1:33 to play in the third. Archangels Catholic has broken this one open in the third.
Yeah, really good job of being patient on offense because Silver Lake felt like they had them way down into the shot clock, but a big 3 there. One thing I want to say, Nick, which is obviously, we haven't been able to talk about this. The NSAA has done a really good job, obviously, the shot clock in all classes. I think that it's made the game even better. These are both highly skilled and well-coached teams, but I think it's a really good addition that we had talked about however many times that everybody needs every class needs a shot clock.
Yeah, here's Sophie Schmidt. She'll pop the tray from the right side, hits the front rim just a tad short, and we know that's in her range, but she misses that 3-point try. Here comes Archangels Catholic. On the right side, it's Jarvis. Jarvis hesitates on Schmidt, the defender. Up by 12 are the defenders. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. They trailed by 7 at the half. They've come out, and they've so far scored 21 points here in the third quarter alone. On the right side, it's Scarlett Kessler. Kessler takes 1 dribble, pass inside, now kicks it out. Babel, 3-point try, just missed it off to the left, and Socek is able to clear the glass for Silver Lake. Going the other way is Socek. She finds a trailing Sophie Schmidt, who takes 2 dribbles, picks it up, cross-court pass left side to Camille Carr. Now left side down low. They work it to McKenna Carr. McKenna Carr working on the defender, kicks it out Socek to Schmidt. She'll pop another 3 on the way. Missed that one just off to the left. And off the offensive rebound, it stays in bounds somehow. And the defensive rebound is finally corralled by the Archangels Catholic defenders. Cross-court pass, up the floor they go with Jarvis. 11 seconds on the game clock, up by 12. Near the logo, it's Scarlett Kessler. Looking left side now, Babel. Babel into the far corner. It's Eisenman. Eisenman down low at the horn. The layup is good by number 44, Clara Clausen. And that is the perfect bow to tie on an exceptional third quarter for Archangels Catholic as they lead 42-28. They allow just 2 points all quarter, and they lead by 14 going into the final period. We step aside, come back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Parents deal with a lot of what ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
It is time to start the fourth quarter of play, 42-28, Jay Foreman, as Archangels Catholic, I mean, my goodness, came out with a different attitude in that third quarter.
Looked like a totally different team. Same shots, obviously they're hitting, and obviously that makes you, it increases your energy. But I think the adjustment on offense and defense, now you see them right now in kind of a 1-3-1 revolving zone, trying to really trap them on one side of the court and make them make decisions and shoot some shots that you don't like shooting so far for Silver Lake.
They outscored Silver Lake 23-2 in that third quarter alone. That'll certainly play, as on a mid-range jumper attempt, Sophie Schmidt is going to be fouled, and so Silver Lake goes to the line to shoot 2 shots.
This is where Silver Lake's going to have to try to knock into that deficit there, is at the free throw line, easy buckets, layups, but they have not been able to be very, very efficient at the free throw line. I think they're probably 1 of 8 right now at the free throw line. So they got to really start getting hot from the free throw line, and they need to start getting some easy buckets.
42-28 your score, 7:42 to play, and we have a traveling violation on Archangels Catholic, and so that will be a turnover, and Silver Lake is going to get the basketball back underneath their own bucket.
Yeah, more chances they can get, the better. They can't force it out, but they got to get the ball in the hoop here one way or another.
Here on the right side, Archangels Catholic gets a turnover, dribbling it off her foot, bodies on the floor, and the defenders want to call a timeout. Ooh. They're going to say it's a full timeout. Let's step aside with them, though, and take a 30-second breather. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Parents deal with a lot of what ifs. What if my child gets a scholarship? What if they don't? What if they go to college? Or what if they pursue a trade? Nest 529 makes it easy to save for higher education costs, so you're always prepared for life's what ifs. Learn more at nest529.com/hoops. Check with your home state to learn if it offers tax or other benefits for investing in its own 529 plan. Investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey fans, it's Vehicle Safety Recalls Week. You can learn more at dot.nebraska.gov. That message brought to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office. On the inbound pass, the three-point try will not go, but the long rebound caroms out to the perimeter on the right side. 3-ball, Jarrow Snowway not unable to get that one to go as well. And Silver Lake trying to push the pace down by 14. They cross over, picks up the dribble, is Socek. Socek gets it back from Sophie Schmidt, now Camille Carr. Carr dribbles left side, trying to get to that baseline, gets cut off. Good defense there by Eisenman. and we're going to have another whistle on a jump ball. The possession arrow gives it to the defenders.
Yeah, Silver Lake has got to get more ball movement, more drives to the hoop, but you can't do that with Wegner in the middle of the lane with one foul to her name. But then more importantly, she can block the shot. She's real disciplined on defense as well. So it makes it hard to get back into this game if you're not hitting threes or free throws.
7:01 to play as that ball was going to be intended for number 22, Eva Klassen, but it goes out of bounds over her head. And so Silver Lake is able to get a stop and a turnover right back, and it's going to be Silver Lake Mustang basketball with 7 minutes to play. Still plenty of time.
Plenty
Jay.
of time, and obviously when they make a dead ball or a make, it's worked out well for Silver Lake. They just haven't made anything, and the Archangels Catholic has made almost everything here in the second or the third and fourth quarter.
Socek tries a contested three that hit the top of the backboard. It's going to go out of bounds, and so Archangels Catholic will set up and try to defeat this press that's caused some fits.
Yeah, this is what Archangels Catholic probably wanted to do in the first half, but they couldn't really hit anything, is get the lead, knowing that they have the inside power, make Silver Lake shoot some bad shots from the three, force threes that they haven't been able to shoot all year at a high efficiency.
So here is Jada Krings on the right side now, Kessler. Kessler down to Jarris. Jarris down, cross-court pass. Three-point try will not go. Missed everything on the attempt by Courtney Eisenman, the junior guard from the far corner, right in front of the Archangels Catholic bench. On the right side, Camille Carr. Now to Himmelberg. Himmelberg to McKenna Carr. Down the block, kicks out to Camille. Now top of the key, Socek. Left side to Sophie Schmidt. Gives it right back now. Right side, Camille Carr. She immediately gets doubled because of the zone. Socek, three-point try on the way. Off back iron. Does it get the friendly roll? No, it does not. And the rebound fought for by multiple Archangels Catholic defenders. And finally, Jarris is able to corral it.
Good shots. They're just not following, but they can't get anything below the free throw line offensively to get an easier shot for the Silver Lake offense. You got to think this is 11 minutes into the second half, and they only have 2 points.
At the elbow, it's Jarris. Left side, Krings. Down low, great inside-out passing there as a shot attempt by Whitney Wegener is no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. 5:35 to go in the ball game. It's 42-28 in favor of Archangels Catholic. Remember, discover your life's passion easier with options. You can choose from 40 undergraduate majors and 9 graduate programs, and that's all located conveniently for you at Doane University. Learn more at doane.edu. The first free throw for Wegener is no good. Archangels Catholic, 5 of 10, 50% from the free throw line here today.
You know, Nick, I think the passing and the efficiency where they're passing, they're getting, really having Silver Lake on their heels defensively is paid off as much as the shots going in for Archangels Catholic.
On the right side, Sophie Schmidt, she'll pop that three-point try. That's just a tad short, and defensive rebound is corralled. And we have a whistle and a blocking foul called on Sophie Schmidt as she tried to force a steal, but Archangels Catholic was trying to run down the floor, and that's only number 2 on Sophie Schmidt. No real foul trouble for either side.
Yeah, right now you're going to see Silver Lake really pretty much go man-to-man, full court, and really try to get some steals and dead balls to get back in this game. But if Archangels Catholic continues to pass the ball through either man or zone defenses, it's going to be a hard task to do.
Here on the right side, it's Krings, two-handed overhand pass, top of the key now to Clausen. Clausen, she gets doubled, almost got it knocked away from her. Now Jarris, she gets it lost. Gets it back, and Jarris works at top of the key. Cross-court pass, great find down low on the doorstep. How about Eva Clausen cutting to the rim from the left side, finishing.
Good job by Clausen. Moving without the ball is a lost art in high school basketball because, look, they're trying to double at the top of the key. Somebody's going to be open. Really good job by Archangel Catholic point guard, keeping her head up. Clausen finding the dead spot, easy 2 points.
Let's take a timeout. We got one on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds as Silver Lake calls a 30-second timeout of their own here on 93.7 The Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more Girls State Basketball Tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome back in, Nick Standard, alongside Jay Foreman here from Pinnacle Bank Arena, 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. as it'll be a baseline inbound underneath their own hoop for the Silver Lake Mustangs, who trail by 16. They've only scored 2 points in this entire second half, as the layup in the lane is no good, just can't buy a bucket right now. Another chance offensively as bodies are on the floor, and it's still a scrum on the hardwood, and we'll finally get a jump ball. The possession arrow keeps it on this end of the floor with Silver Lake. A good look, Jay, just can't buy a bucket.
Yeah, the lid's been on. It might be this rim because Archangels Catholic couldn't really hit anything in the first half, and now you've seen Silver Lake struggling as well.
Here's Camille Carr. She's short on the three-point attempt, and the rebound, the try will not be good, but a whistle and a foul called on Archangels Catholic, and so going on the line to shoot 2 shots will be the sophomore forward, Brooklyn Himmelberg.
Really good job there by Himmelberg is following a air ball and getting it up without dribbling, not allowing Archangels Catholic to come down there and try to get their hands on the ball.
First free throw, no good. And we talked about the woes for Archangels Catholic, 5 for 11 from the free throw line. How about this? Silver Lake, 1 for 9.
It's huge, and I mean, obviously, you always thinking if we had 8 more points, we'd be down by 6. Now you finally get off the snide, you're 2 of 10. Free throws and ball handling and turnovers really are the deciding factor in championship basketball.
Second free throw is good. Jarvis now trying to hesitate, gets to Wegener. Wegener now left side to Krings, that is. Krings near with a logo, passes it left side to Babel. Babel down low, bounce pass to Jarvis. Jarvis looking around, gets it back to September Babel. Now a floater in the lane. That's good, just outside the lane, I should say, by Jada Krings. And they have been able to get anything they want, as now Archangels Catholic takes it away. Pocket is picked from Sophia Schmidt in the lane. Wagner steps through, and a foul is going to be called on, I believe they'll get number 15, Libby Sochek, with this one. And 2 shots coming up for Whitney Wagner.
Wagner did a really good job of stealing the ball and then obviously coming down, controlling the break. Last second step through to draw the foul. Now she's at the free throw line.
Wagner, the senior forward, now has 19 points on the day. 19 points, 8 rebounds to go with 3 assists.
Yeah, she's been really good right from the get-go. And obviously she's been able to fight through double and triple teams and is a willing passer, which I think has probably been the turning point for this offense for Archangel Catholic.
Comes in averaging just about 11.5 points per game. She has 19 today. Pass taken away after a missed free throw. Now that pass up the floor is taken right back by Silver Lake. The Mustangs have the basketball. They'll stop. They'll pop the three-point try. Well short, trying to save it from going out of bounds. Unable to do so. And it will be Archangels Catholic basketball, leading 47-29.
Yeah, this has been a huge second half blitz by Archangels Catholic, and they seem to they're catching more steam. And what they're doing is they're using the time and obviously the over-aggressiveness of Silver Lake against them and getting a lot of easy buckets after they figured out that double team and kind of zone against Wagner.
Here's Wagner. As 47-29 is your score. She's going to get called for reaching over the top, trying to rebound the offense, her own miss. And so Silver Lake will get the basketball down 47-29. 3 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Sophie Schmidt brings it across the timeline. Cross-court pass right side. Sochek tries her luck at a three-point attempt. It will not go. Defensive rebound by September Babel. And here comes Archangels Catholic up the floor yet again. Jada Krings over the top to Jarvis. Jarvis pops the 3, missed it badly. Offensive rebound on the long miss. That one will not go. Third time is the charm on the putback by Eva Klassen.
Yeah, everything is working for Catholic here. Missing a shot, air ball, miss another one. Easy putback. 20-point lead. And Nick, I could say this, and obviously it's still a 20-point deficit here for Silver Lake. But watching the first half and looking how they play, it's not a 20-point game, but it is. There's a lot of one team getting really, really hot, and one team is obviously playing significantly different than they did in the first half.
Sophie Schmidt airballs a 3. Now Archangels Catholic will try their luck at a three-point try. No good on the attempt by Klassen, and Schmidt clears the glass for Silver Lake. Pass up the floor, trying to get it to Carr in the lane, off the glass and in. We have a timeout on the floor. Let's go ahead and step aside. We'll come back in 60 seconds here on 93.7 The Ticket.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more girls' state basketball tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sainert alongside Jay Foreman with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena, 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. Appreciate Jake Sorensen, Jake Bachoven, the rest of our 93.7 The Ticket crew back in our 93.7 The Ticket studios for pushing all the buttons this morning. As the pass down the floor is way over the head of Jada Krings, and it'll be a turnover. Silver Lake gets the basketball back. They trail by 18. And remember, you're just now joining us. Silver Lake led 26-19 at the half. And if you have just been watching the quarters 3 and 4, you would not have believed that.
Yeah, I mean, just a play like that, obviously, Archangels Catholic, a turnover turned into cash money for their Silver Lake in the first half. No go in the second half here. It's been all Archangels Catholic. Domination on both ends. The adjustments at halftime, I think, is huge, right? You go to a 1-2-2, kind of a matchup zone, and then you change your offensive scheme to be inside out versus outside in.
Yeah. So there you have it. Once again, 49-33 after Silver Lake gets a layup to fall. A little bit of a trap in the backcourt. And here comes Jarris. Jarris down the floor to September Babel. Nobody there to guard the layup, and it's good.
You know, one of those things, you have to take some chances to try to get back in the game. And so, you know, one time when you're doubling so far away from your opposition hoop, set you up sometimes for easy baskets. Archangels Catholic with an easy 2 points.
Long three attempt from the left wing by Sophie Schmidt does not go. It's 51-33. And checking into the game for Silver Lake is going to be Libby Socek. You look at who Silver Lake is going to graduate this year. Sophie Schmidt, McKenna Carr, Camille Carr, and Kara Bartles. All 4 of the 5 starters are going to be done after today. And, man, you talk about what could have been. You were up 26-19. You felt good about things, at least staying competitive. And now this score – not indicative.
32-7 run here by Archangels Catholic in the second half, and it's been pure domination. I think it's been led by the offensive change going from inside out, and then obviously allowed you to do some things in the second half of the second quarter or the third quarter, and then defensively to switch to the zone. I know it's a bad omen, I guess, for coaches in Nebraska to not play man, but when you switch to zone, and maybe Silver Lake hasn't seen a lot of zone with the size here of Archangel Catholic. It's really, really paid dividends.
Silver Lake ready to put in all the reserves at the next dead ball. We are under a minute to go until this one's over. 51-33 down low. Wegener has 21 points on the day. We have a substitution timeout. And so Archangels Catholic will do the same thing as Silver Lake will walk off this floor, and they will trail by 20 at this point with 48 seconds to play in this one. Archangels Catholic, man, suffocating in this second half. And in comparison to what I saw in that first game between Dundee County Stratton and Loomis, you don't necessarily know how teams will always match up because, number one, it's the state tournament. Number two is these teams don't get to play each other every regular season. But for the most part here, man, Archangels Catholic looks pretty tough. If they have this type of mentality in the second half for a full 4 quarters, really, really difficult to beat.
Yeah, and whoever plays them next is going to have to prepare for Wegener inside. Obviously, the timing of shots from the outside into the defensive pressure. And more importantly, as we've seen, maybe not so much last night, but the pace that they play at, like with Nebraska's men's basketball team, wears you out. They're probably one of the bigger teams, maybe, like taller.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, number 21, Aniston Johannes comes in, and she's 6 feet tall. You got to think Wagner's 5'10". Klassen is a sophomore at 5'10" as well. So the height advantage and then skill advantage could pay off for Archangels Catholic long term.
On the left side, here's Archangels Catholic. working with it. Still about a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass down low into the paint is hauled in, but a double team comes. Mid-range jumper on the way. It's no good. Offensive rebound. Put back try does not fall for the defenders. They try it again. No. Another try. Fourth time is the charm. The horn is about to sound, and that will do it. Your final score, Archangels Catholic 55, Silver Lake 33. We'll step aside, come back in a few short moments to recap this one from Pinnacle Bank Arena here on 93.7 The Ticket.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "You have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
General Excavating has been a leading underground utilities contractor for nearly 40 years, and they're growing. General Excavating is hiring for more than 50 positions with offices in Lincoln, Omaha, Sioux Falls, and Cheyenne. Positions range from senior project managers to superintendents, utilities foremen, heavy equipment operators, journeyman plumbers, field mechanics, and more. They offer competitive wages, benefits, and PTO with a culture built on the importance of safety. Apply today at generalexcavating.com or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill welcomes out-of-towners to Lincoln for state high school basketball and congratulates your schools on making it to the tournament. Your local bar is comfortable and you know the regulars. Find that experience at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, where it's a small-town feel with lots of space. Big groups are more than welcome, so come on by before or after your team plays to experience great food, great drinks, and great times, all at Big Ten Sports Bar and Grill, downtown at 10th and P.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating
and electrical.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the rest of the 93.7 The Ticket crew as we bring you live coverage of the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament from Pinnacle Bank Arena. The action tips off Wednesday, March 4th. If it's being played at Pinnacle Bank Arena, it's heard on The Ticket. Class A to Class D2 all week long. Join us March 4th through March 7th as we crown 6 state champions from the 2026 NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to Pinnacle Bank Arena for more Girls State Basketball Tournament action on 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena as we wrap up Game 2 of the day. And it was a 55-33 Archangels Catholic victory over the Silver Lake Mustangs. And, man, a tale of two halves, Jay Foreman, as at the break, Silver Lake led 26-19. They can only muster 7 points in quarters 3 and 4 combined. They were getting good looks. They couldn't buy a bucket, but then also give a lot of credit to Archangels Catholic.
Yeah, Archangels Catholic, really, the halftime adjustments, obviously people love talking about it. I mean, it came out and it was tangible. They changed their offensive philosophy and just went through a little bit of a curveball. That defense, that 1-2-2 matchup zone, really stymied Silver Lake to the point that where they looked confused, and they had multiple timeouts to try to adjust.
Yeah.
They really settled for deep threes, and the size advantage on the offense and defensive boards really played off for Catholic. So it was a dominating performance. They play at a really high pace. They're really well coached, efficient on offense, even though in the first half they really didn't shoot well. But you saw what happened when they went inside out, a lot more open shots, and then obviously an offensive explosion.
I'm really interested to see Archangels Catholic go up against Dundee County Stratton on Friday morning, 9 a.m. We won't have the call of that game. That will be at Devaney, but that's a 9 a.m. matchup between the number 1 seed Dundee County Stratton and number 5 seed Archangels Catholic. Silver Lake, technically the 4 seed, but like I said, when you get to some of these lower classes, when you don't get to play these teams, it's wide open. And we're seeing that through the first 2 games, really. Obviously, in the first game, Loomis, the 8 seed, had every chance. And for a large part of the game, 90-95% of that game, Loomis was on top. But Dundee County Stratton was able to hit a shot when it mattered most and win by 37-36 earlier. Here, the 5 seed beats the 4 seed. Let's talk about what's to come in Class A, because now we turn our attention this afternoon and evening. 4 games remain on the ticket the rest of the day and night, and they're all Class A matchups, where today we're going to see for Class A, first up, number 1 seed Lincoln North Star going up against Millard North at 1:30 today. Then it follows up with Millard West against Omaha West Side, Kearney against Lincoln Southwest, and then the nightcap is Omaha North versus Omaha Westview. Obviously, a couple of schools representing the capital city here, but man, that 4-5 matchup is going to be fun too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we get a doozy here. Lincoln North Star going up against Millard North. They locked up earlier. Lincoln North Star was able to win by 14 points, pretty decisive victory.
Mm-hmm.
They've been the number 1 team essentially all year, only losing once to Omaha North, and so they're going to get the party started. And they're well coached by Coach Johnson and crew, and they have some special players that we've seen grow up here on the stage down here at PBA as for young freshmen and sophomores, juniors, and a couple of seniors now as some of the upperclassmen have moved on. But that 4 or 5 matchup, you talk about 2 teams that know each other very well. A lot of these young ladies played together on whatever club teams they play in the spring and summer, so they know each other very well. They locked horns both in their Metro tournament and obviously regular season. That 4 or 5 matchup is going to be a little bit spicy, as they like to say. And then our last call of the night, before Tristan takes over at I think 7 or whatever, 7:45 game, is Lincoln Southwest against Kearney. Lincoln Southwest has been here. Remember, they had Kennedy Williams and company, and now they have another crew, younger crew, really, really well coached, consistently knocking on the door, and an upstart Kearney team that kind of came out of nowhere, a really big victory in their district final game, a decisive victory in their district final game. I think right now, Class A or this girls tournament is going to be ultra exciting from essentially the 1:30 game all the way to the championship games at every single class level.
We're going to send it back to the station for about a little over an hour. You'll have normal, regular scheduled programming. Bach, Jake, and the rest of the crew are all there ready to take you up until 1:30. Then we'll send it back out here for Class A action. Appreciate you guys listening to the first 2 games. Archangels Catholic 55, Silver Lake 33. That's your final score. D2, we're done with it. Now we move on to Class A at 1:30. Jay Foreman, Nick Sandert, we'll talk to you in a little over an hour's time from Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Good morning, Breakers. This is Scott Miller from Midwest Bank. When I